Okay, it's a beautiful Sunday. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Good afternoon. Good morning. Good night, some of you. So we are going to review. We are going to review our weekly, uh, our weekly gold analysis. Okay, and then I will show you how I took some trades, and we had a bad day on Friday. I will also explain to you the lesson learned. Okay, we are here to grow, so we analyze ourselves, we journal our trades, and that's how we do. Okay, so before I proceed, make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you share this YouTube channel to your colleagues, to your friends, and tell them that they should subscribe so that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we go live together. You are all right? And again, if you're an existing subscriber, please push the like button, guys. Keep on smashing the like button so that we also make our YouTube channel grow. Okay, so what do you need to start trading? Most of people, they think you should have a lot of money. No, you should have just a small capital, yes, to start trading, but you need to have a trading view. Okay, you need to have a trading view as your analysis platform. Okay, also you need to have a broker. Okay, and you should create a broker's account where you will deposit your funds for trading. And again, you should also select which type of asset are you going to trade. For me, I prefer to trade gold and Bitcoin. Okay, those are the two assets that personally I'm trading. Okay, again, what you need to have the MT4 or MT5, but for me I prefer to use MT5. So ladies and gentlemen, let me share my screen. The broker that I'm using so far, I'm using HFM. So I will share on the descriptions all the information concerning HFM. Okay, now maybe it's your first time. So a broker, this is where you will, the broker is the place whereby all your trades will be taken from there. Okay, so you open a broker and you select the account that you need. For us, we are using Cent account. Okay, so HFM is our broker. As you can see, world leader in online trading. Okay, is a regulated global asset broker, serving both retail and institution traders. I'm a retail trader. Okay, so you know the industry engaging retailers and institutions. When we say institutions, these are like big banks, the financial institutions. Okay, retailers, these are individuals with small capital and big capitals. Okay, so now here there are some questions. Can FM be trusted? Yes. Okay, HFM offers exceptional 24/7 education support and a low spread, guys. And this is the most important. This is how brokers make their money. They make money from the spreads. So the difference between buy and sell, that's where they make money. Okay, so it is regulated by tier 1 and tier 2 trading bodies. It has a high trust score of 96 out of 99. Part of HFM group, which is regulated and trusted by the FSCA, FSC, CMA, and the FCA. Okay, what is the minimum deposit for HFM blocker? This one will blow your mind. Okay, what is the minimum deposit? Minimum deposit is from 0. Okay, point. Okay, you can deposit I think $1, $2, $10. Okay, maximum leverage 1 to 2,000. Spreads type, it is variable. Okay, spreads from pips from 1.4 pip, and the maximum simultaneous open orders 150 orders. Okay, so is HFM better than XNES? In short, HFM suits traders who want a zero minimum deposit requirement, a broader instrument lineup, and wider account options. XNES is appealing to cost-focused traders seeking tighter minimum spreads and access to a wider range of forex pairs. Okay, and how long does it take to withdraw money from this broker? Minimum withdrawal amount is 10 USD, so up to 24 hours. 5 USD up to 10 minutes. Okay, so these are some of the questions that you can. Is HFM an international broker operating in over 180 80 countries? So is a multi-regulated broker, a brokerage group committed to delivering transparent. Okay, can I trade with $1 on MT5? Beginner friend, anyone can start trading with just $1. Okay, just with $1, and you can start with this blocker. So I will share the link on my description, and you guys, you can maximize it. Okay, perfect. So now let's go to our charts. So this is where this was our weekly performance, and it was really amazing, guys. Okay, so let's start with daily here. I show you how it started, and I show you what we were doing on these days. Okay, so all right, so here we are now. Can someone confirm if you are here live, guys? Confirm to me if you can see my screen, and if there is no any glitch on the voice. Okay, please confirm to me. Confirm, please. Just put it on the comment, and let me also confirm on my own here. Okay, okay, I think it is perfect moving. Yeah, it is perfect moving. So guys, so this is you can see this was the Friday, this was the February 2, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So we started it here, guys. So I'm going to mark the vertical. I'm going to put the vertical lines here. Okay, this one here, vertical line. So this was our Monday. Okay, and this one here was our Tuesday. Okay, these are the volumes: selling volume, buying volumes. We had the indecision on the we had indecision on what? We had indecisions on Wednesday. Okay, we take liquidity, and so Monday we saw a breakout, and then we saw a retest back here. Okay, and then this is Wednesday. So let me put also vertical. Okay, vertical here, and again I'm gonna put a vertical on this, and I'm gonna put again another vertical here on Friday. So this one will be easier for me to tell you guys, but this is what happened. You can see on Monday what happened. We can see Tuesday we saw a break of instruction Tuesday, and then Wednesday we saw market come back and retest what? Retest the Monday range. Okay, retest the Monday range, then the price come back again. Okay, and then we saw this was our what? Our liquidity sweep. So liquidity sweep on this level here happened on Wednesday, and we saw market coming to this order block, and then we saw market come back to our retest, come back for the retest, and then that's where we ended the weekly. Okay, that's where we ended the what? The weekly. Okay, perfect. So now this is it. So now the strategy we are using here, guys, we are using a 3 minutes strategy. Okay, a 3 minute strategy. That's where we do our setup and our our refined entry is on a 1 minute time frame. So on a 3 minutes, what are we looking? We're just looking for a breakout. Okay, so we're gonna see some scenarios here. We're gonna see some scenarios why we buy and why we sell. So let's go now back to our 3 minutes. So with this strategy, you don't need to analyze a lot. You just go to your 3 minutes, and what it is important is the time, the session. So which session are we trading? The session we are trading London session. Okay, so now we are going to look for this, what, our Monday. That was our beginning. Okay, this was what, this was the Monday. So our Monday started here, guys. I think here there is nothing here, so Monday started here. So now this was our Monday. Okay, this was our Monday, fellas. This was our Monday. Monday started here. Okay, with the Asian session. So we trade what? We trade, let me do this, guys. We trade, we are trading London session. Okay, London session, that's what we are trading. Okay, and again we are trading, what time are we trading London session? This is very important to understand how we do our things. Okay, so we are trading London session. Okay, so we are trading London session, and the London session that we are trading, we are trading at this time. Okay, it is 10. We come to the market 10:57. That's when we have to be already our setup is ready when we come to 10:57. So the candlestick that we are looking is the 3 minutes candle before 11 o'clock. So we are looking for a 3 minutes candle at 57 before 11. That's the candle we are looking, and that's where I will show you what we do. Okay, another session that we are trading the New York session, guys. We are trading the New York session, and the New York session that we are trading, it is at this time, guys, 5:30. Okay, 5:30. But with this strategy, you can even trade. This is PM, and this one here, this is PM. Okay, this is PM, and that one is AM. Okay, PM, and this one is East African time. Tanzania, Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, Sudan, and you can convert based on your local time. Okay, so this is 5:30 PM. But also you can trade this strategy. You can also use this strategy to trade it at what time? At the 4:30. Okay, even 4:30. I'm always trading at 4:30 also with this strategy. Okay, with this strategy. So these are the sessions that we are trading, guys. These are the sessions I am trading. Okay, these are the sessions I'm trading: London session and the New York session. So mark the time, and you just come here to your time zone and make sure that it shows you this time. Okay, perfect. So now this was our Monday. Okay, so another thing which we are doing here, we are looking for a 3 minutes candle. That's number one, a 3 minutes candle. That's what we are looking. Okay, guys, I'm giving you a very easy step which you don't need to understand a lot of stuff. You don't need to understand the break of structure, whatever all the noise. But if you follow this strategy, I'm telling you, you're gonna make some money. And you don't need to practice it on the demo. Just use your center account, which my broker HFM is offering you a center account. When you are using center account, then you are free to enjoy. You understand? You are free to enjoy a cent account, just a small capital, a small amount of money can allow you to trade gold. You understand? So the asset we are trading is gold, but with this strategy you can even trade cryptocurrencies. So let's mark now what was our 1057. Okay, so our 1057 was around where? So let me do like this. Okay, this was in 935, this was 10, this was 1030, and this was 1054, 1057. So this was the candle. So we came here and this was what we do. Okay, so this was the candle 1057. Now at 1057, so you come and mark the high and the low. You mark the high and the low. Okay, you mark the high and the low like this. So this is the low of this candle. Remember, of this candle, the 57. Of 57. Okay, so again you come and mark the high. So this is the low, and you can see the candle, it was a bearish candle. So you mark the high and the low. Okay, you mark the high and the low, and this is our high. Okay, so after marking the high and the low, remember we don't have this and this and this, all these we don't have, we just have this one here. And then now we wait for a raven ochre candle to either break this higher or break this low. But before that, what else are you supposed to look? See. Okay, sorry for the noise. So now once you have marked the high, this is our high, so let's mark this as our high. Okay, we mark this as our high, a 3 minutes high. Okay, this is our 3 minutes high, 3 minutes high. Okay, this is our 3 minutes high, and this is our 3 minutes low. So now we have a range. Okay, we have a range. Yes, we have a range now, and this is our 3 minutes low. Okay, this is our 3 minutes low. Okay, so we have a 3 minutes low for this candle, and we have a 3 minutes high. We don't have these candles yet. Okay, then what you need to look, you need to ask yourself that if I have a low and a high, this is your range. This is where you expect market to range. But if you see a breakout, that's where now you will make a decision, where are your entries. So if you see a breakout above this 3 minutes high, there is a possibility that price will go up. And if you see a breakout below this 3 minutes candle, there is a possibility price will go low. That's number one. Number two, on this strategy, you need to measure 20 pips. 20 pips from the high and 20 pips from the low. So you measure 20 pips like this. So you're just measuring 20 pips. Okay? You're just measuring 20 pips like this. So let me measure 20 pips here down. You can see here, just 20 pips. Measure 20 pips. Let me expand it again. You just measure 20 pips. Okay, 20 pips like this. 20 pips, and I will tell you why. So this is our 20 pips, guys. Okay, you just use a horizontal line like this. Now, why do we need this 20 pips? 20 pips is like an indicator that whenever we see price breaking 20 pips, means that movement of price is very strong on that side. That movement of price, if we see a price breaking up our 3-minute low and also breaking up our horizontal 20 pips, there is a possibility price can still go down because of what? Because of this 20 pips horizontal line. So after doing that, then you measure 20 pips high like this. You measure 20 pips high. Okay, that one 20 pips. So we measure like this. So now that is step number 2. That is step number 2. Okay, so after that, then you look on the other side, that if you price a breakout, do we have anything on this side which price can react? Don't ignore anything. And that's where I am making some good amount of cash. Okay, and you should have a target. How much do you want to make in a day? For example, for me, my target is just to make $20. That's the minimum amount of money that I'm looking in a day. $20. Okay, means if you make $20 in a week, you have $100. Okay, you understand? You can just have your own target, and that's your trading plan. Okay, that's your trading plan, and what I'm telling here is my trading plan. Okay, so now, yes, we had something here, guys. We had something here. You see, this was a break of structure, and then we saw market come back and retest. Okay, so this level you cannot ignore. We have something here, so you just mark this. You mark this very, very well like this. This one here. Even if you look properly, it's like we had a fair value gap here, even though it was not so, but we had something there. Okay, so you mark like that, that if price comes down, we have something here, and we had this break of structure here. Okay, we had this break of structure here. Okay, we had this break of structure here. Okay, we had this break of structure here, and we had something here. Okay, so it means you could have taken your buy from this point. Now, when you do this, you go to 1 minute time frame. Now, where should you see a breakout? A breakout should be by the candle, not by the wick. It should be by the candle. Okay, it should be by what? It should be by the candle. Here we are. Remember, this was just Monday. Okay, so now you can see, yes, perfect, that we had our what here? We had our break of structure, market come back and retest back. Okay, and then in our 1 minute, you can see properly we had an order block here. This was an order block. We had a very clear order block there. Okay, we had a very clear order block. So you start your setup from 3 minutes, but you go to 1 minute. So these things you do them before maybe 10:50. You start doing these things, marking all the potential areas. Okay, so it means you can see now market. This was 57. So we started here, 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 here. We saw a breakout by the candle. Okay, we saw a breakout by the candle, and this candle break out what? This candle break out our 20 pips, horizontal 20 pips, and also break out our 3 minute slope. Means it was a very good what? Selling. It was a very good selling. Now someone can say, how could it be a selling? Someone could just do this. Let me tell you, someone could sell from here. When you see a breakout like this, you wait for this candle, you wait for the third candle, or you can just enter here. And your stop loss should be, now I'm teaching you the entry, your stop loss should be above the candle which has given you a breakout, and this is the candle which has given us a breakout, and your target should be 1 to 2. Now this, listen here very careful. If you measure here and you don't get 1 to 2, you see now this one was not giving us a good setup. Why? Because of this order block we had, that price will just be what? Rejected from this level, because we had a we had a what? We had a break of structure at this level. We are back. Market came and retest here, and then we saw again market coming here. So you cannot take this unless maybe you are very quick to take a sell from here. Okay, to take a sell from here. But if not, then if it doesn't give you 1 to 2, then that is not a good setup. You see how you measure now that from here, if I take a sell and I have this, then imagine if this order block could not be here. It means it was a very good, maybe this order block, assume it was around here, then it was giving us 1 to 2. Yes, it was a good setup for us, because our reward risk is 1 to 2. That is our reward risk. Okay, so already I've spoken about the risk. Now, so if this was not giving us a good setup from here to here, where we had this order block, then this was not a selling, rather it was a buy. So you could have taken your buy from here. Your stop loss should be below that order block, okay, just below that order block, and you target the high. Now where's the high? Here's the low, and this is the high. That's where you target. Okay, you target the high here, like this. You target the high. Okay, you target the what? You target the high. Now see, this was giving us 1 to 3. Okay, it was giving us 1 to 3. How many? Almost like 500 pips, 520 something pips. This is good money, I'm telling you guys, and this is what happened. Okay, this is what happened, guys. Okay, so this is how we made our Monday trade using our strategy. We are just focusing on a 3 minutes candle before 11 o'clock. We are looking for a breakout. Okay, and we mark all the potential areas before this candle, before this range. What does the market what did the market give us? So we mark all the potential areas. That okay, this is what the market gave us, and this is what we should expect the market to do. So whenever you see that market is just coming from this point, you start putting your orders. Okay, you start putting your orders according to your lot size. Okay, so this was giving us 1 to 3, but for us we say our target is 1 to 2. Okay, so but it was giving us up to this. Why? Because you see this is the high, this is the low, and this was a break of structure. So market came back here, and then we saw market coming to that level. Now this was number 1. So with this strategy you can still make a lot, because we saw, if you go back to 3 minutes, you will see it properly. On your 3 minutes, okay, on your 3 minutes you will see very, very clearly. Now you see, this is what is telling you in your 3 minutes, that this is our entry, and this is what happened. So then we saw this was the candle which break the 3 minutes high and the horizontal line. Then we saw a retest, and then we saw market going up. So if you go to 1 minute, that's where now you will see a very clear what caused the this continuation going up, because the directional bias it was an uptrend. The directional bias, it was what? It was an uptrend. So that was Monday London session. Now let's go to Monday New York session. Monday New York session, which I'm telling you guys, it was at 4:30. So you come here at 4:27, and this was the 4:24, 4:27. So now you come here and mark the high and the low. This was the candle that we are looking, the high, okay, the high and the low of that candle, the high and the low of that candle. $23. Okay, and this was our low. Okay, so the high, the low, and now we saw market. This was a breakout. Okay, this was a breakout. Now we measure the 20. We measure 20 pips. We measure 20 pips. We measure 20 pips like this. You measure 20 pips. So you can backtest this and see if it will work it for you. But for me, it is working. There. So you put this one here. Okay. So that we saw a breakout. Okay, a very strong candle breaking out our 3 minutes low, also breaking out our what? Our 20 pips. Now, what do we have on the left side? You see, we had this, but we had this, and we had this one here. Now, you see, this is what we had. Okay, that's what we had. Perfect. So you can see market came back here, then it rejected, taking the highs, and then we saw a breakout taking this, but it came back to our what? To our London session. Now guys, this is very important. You see, this was Monday. This was when? Monday. So when Monday it started like this, we saw price went this higher, and when the price went this higher, price came back. Same Monday, it came back to our London session. So now if you expand this, you can see price came back to our London session here. Okay, to our London session for the retest. For the what? For the retest. Now this is it's like magic, right? So if you mark properly, then you know that, okay, so I can even put my what? I can put my pre-orders here. Okay, I can put my pre-orders here, and you can see price came and a retest to our Monday London session. and then we saw that what we saw. But remember, this was our what? This was our let me also make it like this 08. Okay, so this is our first New York session, which is 4:30. So we just mark the high and the low of the 3 minutes candle before the market opens, and we saw a breakout down here. Now if you see a candle, a very strong candle like this, breaking out like this, what do you need? What do you do? It has broken the row of the 3 minutes by the body, and also it has broken the horizontal 20 pips by the body, and that is a sell. That is what? That is a sell. So now you focus on selling this. You just place your sell right on this first candle after a breakout, and your stop loss should be above that candle which caused a breakout, and you focus on 1 to 2. Okay, you focus on 1 to 2. Now this one was not giving us 1 to 2, so if it doesn't give you 1 to 2, then that is not a good setup. We need a setup that should give us 1 to 2. So what should you do? Then you ignore it. Okay, you ignore it. You ignore it. So it means you could have ate and take your what? Your buy. Because we add we add an order block here down. Okay? So you just wait for this to come here, and then you mark your what? You take a buy here. You take a buy. Okay, you take a buy, and then your stop loss should be below what? Your stop loss should be below that order block, and you focus 1 to 2. And we were getting our 1 to 2. Yeah, this was giving us 1 to 2. You see, just from here to here, 1 to 2. How many pips? Almost 415 pips. Okay, 415 pips. Then market came back for the retest, and then it came back again because we had a fair value gap here. You can see we had a fair value gap here. So again, you could have taken another what? Another buy from here, and your stop loss should be just below here, and you focus taking the higher because we had a fair value gap here at the top. Okay, so you take this, and it was giving us almost like 900 pips. So from here, then you take a sell. Taking a sell because taking a sell back here. You see, this is how you could have made some profits. Taking a sell from this point here, taking it down to our what? To our Monday London session. And your stop loss should be above this candle. Above this candle. But, and then we focus on taking this low. A lot of pips. More than 1,000 pips. Okay? More than 1,000 pips. So this was when? This was the New York session. Now, I said New York session, we have two sessions. We have 4:30 and 5:30. Now let's see on the 5:30. You can see the 530 was the where? This was our 530. 530. Okay. No. This. No. This was our 530. Okay. So we were focusing on taking what? We were focusing on taking the 527. So this was the candle we were looking. So this was our high. Okay. This was our high. Sorry for the noise. And this was our low. Okay. So we saw a breakout. And we had, this was our, you can see here price has been rejected. Okay, you can see here price has been rejected. Okay, and then we saw price come again, and we saw what we saw, and this was a break of a structure. So this was the candle. Okay, this was an order block. Okay, perfect. So now it means if this was, you measure 20 pips. Don't forget to measure 20 pips to see if it is strong or not. 20 pips. Sorry guys for the background noise. So you measure 20 pips. You measure 20 pips from here. 20 pips. You measure 20 pips. Okay, that's our 20 pip. Perfect. Okay, that is our 20 pip. That if we see market taking this low, this high, and this one here, then there is a possibility we are moving up. Then what you should ask yourself is, are we gonna make 1 to 2 ratio? If we're gonna make 1 to 2 ratio, then that's a good setup. So you go to 1 minute and see it. 1 minute giving us that. 1 minute giving us that. Okay? Does your 1 minute giving us that? Okay? Does your 1 minute giving us that? If it doesn't give us that, then that's not a good setup. And this is what I do. Okay, this is what I do. Now you can see on your 1 minute exactly you got this. Exactly got this. We had a fair value gap here. Exactly got this. We had a fair value gap here where price has been rejected several times. Okay? Price has been rejected several times. Okay? Where price has been rejected several times. So now, where price has been rejected several times. So now, you can see now we saw a breakout. Okay, so we saw a breakout of our low and also very close to our what? And you see, can I take a buy here? Will I get my 1 to 2? If not, don't take that trade. Your stop loss should be below that candle. And the candle that took a breakout is this candle here, guys. This is the candle which caused the breakout. You can see this. So we take our buy here immediately, and we are focusing on 1 to 2. If you don't get 1 to 2, then don't trade, and we are focusing on 1 to 2. If you don't get 1 to 2, then don't trade. Okay, don't trade if you don't get 1 to 2. Don't trade. And you see this was giving us 1 to 2. And because we had a very strong resistance here, then we could have taken our sales here, taking sales back to where? Back to our 3 minutes low in session. And this is what we saw, guys. Price coming back. Okay, price coming back to where? Price coming back to here, guys. To our London session. You can see this was our London session, and that's where price came. How many pips? Crazy pips. Crazy pips. How many pips? almost 2,000 pips. So with just this setup here, you could have made how much? How much could you make? Just drop it on the comments. Any question before I go to? I won't do Monday up to Friday, so I wanna do another thing. Maybe we go to Monday gave us money, Tuesday we make some profit, but Friday it was very much hectic. We made a loss. We made a loss like it was almost like $80, I think. We made a loss of $80, and we said, okay, we are done with that. No, it was $50. Okay. Now, so let me see on the comment if we have any question. Do we have any question? Okay, perfect. So this is what we do, guys. You mark the high, the low of the 3 minutes candle before the market opens. For the London session, we are trading. These are our time. Timing is very important to make money, guys. It's not nothing. It's all about time. It doesn't matter how much you have as a capital. If I'm telling you I'm trading with $50 and I'm using 1 lot size, 2 lot size, even sometimes 4 lot size with just $50, and I'm making crazy amount of money. Why? Because of this strategy. Again, because of what? Because of the timing. So my strategy, you have to come here at 10:57 a.m. East African time, and New York session 5:30 p.m. 4:30 p.m. These are the important timing for you to make this crazy amount of money. So